Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Athaya Hilmi. My last student number is 440. On these occasions, I will present about Angola's criminal law. In general, I will discuss its criminal law system, which is rooted in civil law, the search of criminal laws such as the penal code and the constitutions, fundamental principles such as legality and the human rights of suspect, criminal procedure, the types of criminal offenses, and unique facts about the development of criminal law and human rights in Angola. To better understand how this criminal law system works, I will now move on the main discussions starting from its legal system. Angola's follow a civil law system inherited from its colonial past under Portuguese rule, with the constitution as the supreme law and status as the main source of criminal law. The system emphasizes codification and written laws, and judges are not bound by precedent, but by clear and detailed legislation. The 2010 Constitution guarantees the rule of law, democracy, human rights, and the separation of powers between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. The next is search of criminal law in Angola. The main source of criminal law is the Angolan Penal Code, or Código Penal de Angola, which defines criminal offenses, penalties, and the legal principle for the application of criminal law. The Constitution also serves as a foundation, especially in safeguarding fundamental rights and freedom for suspects and defendants, such as the right to a fair trial, protection from self-incriminations, and the presumption of innocence. International treaties and customary law can also influence criminal law practice, especially in cases involving indigenous communities or international issues. Classification of criminal offenses. Criminal offenses in Angola are classified by separating into crimes and offenses. The classifications also considers the object of the law violated, such as criminal against life, property, honor, and public safety. Examples of serious crimes include murder, corruptions, and human trafficking, while minor offenses include traffic violation and petty theft. Next is fundamental principle of criminal law in Angola. The key principle of Angola's criminal law are legality, nullum crimen nulla poena sine lege, meaning no crimes of punishment without a clear law. Culpability, meaning a person can only be punished if proven guilty intentionally or negligently. And human rights, guaranteeing the right to defense, freedom, and protection from torture. The presumption of innocence and proportionality of punishment are also fundamental principles. Criminal penalties in Angola. Penalties for criminal offenses in Angola range from fines to long-term imprisonment. Depending on the nature of the crimes, imprisonment can vary from a few months for minor offenses to life imprisonment for serious crimes like murder, human trafficking, and large-scale drug trafficking. Other penalties include community service, probations, and confiscations of property in cases of financial crimes of corruptions. And the criminal procedure in Angola is governed by the Criminal Procedure Code, following civil law principles such as the inquisitorial systems, where the judge play an active role in the investigation and decision-making process. The process includes investigation by the police, prosecutions by the state, and trial by the court. Defendants have the right to defense, legal representation, to remain silent, and to appeal verdict to higher courts, such as the Supreme Court. And the last is unique facts about Angola's criminal law. Angola was the first country in Africa to ratify the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, demonstrating a strong commitment to international law and human rights. The legal system is undergoing reforms to strengthen judicial independence and ensure access to justice, including the recognition of customary law. However, the justice system still faces challenges such as overcrowded prisons, lack of researchers, and corruptions. So, this is the brief presentation on Angola's criminal law, starting from its legal sources, the classification of criminal offenses, fundamental principle, criminal penalties, up the court procedure, and the challenge still faced by the criminal justice system in Angola. Hopefully, this explanation can broaden our insight into the comparison of criminal law system in various countries and serve as a reflection for the development of criminal law in Indonesia. Thank you for the attention for my friend and Mr. Rai, and I apologize for any shortcomings. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.